So it's been one of those days where I am back at my hotel and I want to share something with you guys, something I've been working on for about 3.5 months. And unfortunately, I had some notebooks that were thrown away due to the water that came down. And I lost a lot of really important things. Now that I'm looking back on it, which sucks, but it is what it is. Got that off my chest, but I am going to flip the camera around so you guys can see this piece of paper. I've been working on this for about, like I said, 3 or 4 months. This is a remote view session I did in regards to a underground, well, not underground, I'm sorry, under the sea volcanic energy. Now, I know that Japan just had a volcano erupt. And I don't know, I talked about it in one of my videos, but it doesn't matter. I don't need to validate it because I don't know if it's the same, how long ago that's been. But what I'm talking about in this video, it has not happened yet. It's going to take place in the waters, Sea of Okhotsk. I'm sure I said that wrong. So I'm going to flip the camera around now so you can see it. The words are spelled right. I just cannot pronounce them. Here we go. So I worked on this about 4 months ago, and I don't have the original, but that's okay. I don't need it. I remember. I have a good memory. Pretty good memory sometimes. So what you're looking at is a little sketch out. On the top we have Sakhalin, Russia. And this whole little island right here is connected to this. And then here we have the Sea of Okhotsk right here. Now this area contains a body of water which is connected to some of the Russian islands that are out in the sea. And then also it's connected to Japan, some islands located in Japan as well. Because Japan and Russia are side by side in the sea. It's interesting. They border each other there. So over here we have Kurkul Island here. Then we have, I didn't put the island right here, but there's another one. It's called Ettorfel. I can't read my own writing. Right here it is. And then right here we have Japan. Hokkaido, Japan. So these islands, that one may be connected to Japan, but I know this is Russia, and I think that's part of Russia. And this right here is either Russia or Japan, but they are very close simultaneously. See that? Very close to each other. Now, oh, this is pretty prevalent too. Then we have Shikotan Island. Now, this is part of Japan, I do believe. Yes, so that would be part of Japan. Maybe that whole little area here and here. And then I believe this is connected to Russia. If I'm wrong, you can correct me. And this is Russia. Again, these are the islands out in the waters of this region. Here we have the coordinates of what I was being shown. And I have 15 feet. This would be a tsunami, a wave. Now, this little box would be the volcanic activity that I see. It's very unusual. I've never picked up anything in water before, volcanic wise, but this is the area that I was taken to when I looked into this. I feel like there's going to be an eruption. I don't have a precise timeline, to be honest with you guys. I really do not. But if I had to throw a timeline out there, I'd say late summer. It could be of 2026, late summer, or it might be 2027. I don't know, okay, honestly. But I feel like if it does take place, it's going to be like the end of August, September, that time frame. And I feel like it's going to happen right here in this area. And the volcanic energy lies here. It's more closer to Japan and those islands, but when it erupts out of the water, it's going to be kind of massive. I don't want to say it's going to be catastrophic, but I think it could be very dangerous, okay? It's going to go up into these little islands, especially here, the Sakhalin, Russia region, but primarily the area I'm seeing the most affected is going to be Japan, okay? It's going to be all through here, okay? And this particular volcanic, I say energy, I believe the volcano that went off today or yesterday in Japan is just a premonition for me to go ahead and put this video out. And my friend Erica told me about that. I was like, wow. So I don't know if these volcanic energies are linked, the channels underneath the ground that feed into underneath the sea are connected to this or not. But okay. When this erupts, it's going to produce a lot of gas. It's going to produce a lot of magma, but the magma, as it's coming out of the water, produces the steam, and the steam hardens in the air, and it produces a invisible, well, you can't see it, gas. And even though this could be already in the works for a possible eruption, because the other volcanic, the ones on land that are going off could be connected to this through the chambers underground that feeds into the sea, under the seafloor. That's possible. But I'm seeing that this is almost, there's something going on. It feels to be a test. And I'm not into conspiracy theories whatsoever, but I have to say, I feel like there is some type of underwater, I don't know if it's a drone, I don't know if it's a submarine, but it produces this electromagnetic field, okay? And there's a strong, strong vibration underneath the sea when this thing goes off. And I don't know if it's like done intentionally. Well, it would be done intentionally, I guess, if it's a test. But it helps create the toxins as well. So you already have the toxins coming from the volcanic energy coming out from the sea, but then you have the gas cloud that comes from that, as I explained earlier, but also the man-made aspect of this, electromagnetic, underwater. For some reason, I want to say research. So there could be some type of research going on in this region, right? But it explodes. It causes this volcano under the sea, the seafloor, to just explode. The magnetic energies just cause it to, yeah, it's already tipping on the iceberg, and then it just goes off. I'm being shown a gas cloud. Okay, so when I was looking into this, the gas cloud went west. Now, when I say west, it's really weird. I'm seeing it affect Russia, but primarily it's going to be Japan. That area, it's going in that direction, and then it would go into other areas. It could affect Hawaii, but I was being taken to like Oregon, like here in the United States, possibly California. It would affect some parts of the West Coast, and then other parts of the West Coast won't even be touched because it's all about the air and the direction the air carries the gas, right? But it's really going to be a big problem. And I do feel like that certain gas mask can be worn for this, but I see people not knowing what the hell, they don't know what to do. But I do see that the air is going to carry it in the west direction. And when I say west, I'm looking at the United States of America. And I'm looking at like Oregon and California, places like that. And I do feel like it's already shaking under there with what's going on the earth in that region. But this electromagnetic drone or submarine, I'm not sure exactly, it's a metal object that kind of swarms around under here, and it really gets this thing going. And perhaps they're looking at this, maybe they're wanting to do some testing to see what's going on under there, and they cause it to explode. And then I have 15 feet, so from this part of the water where the explosion takes place, I see a wave of around 15 feet. I couldn't tell you if it lessens when it goes into these areas or if it expands, but I have to share what I'm getting, guys. So there's noise outdoors. So you can take a look at the map again. You can pause it if you want. Here's where the actual volcano would take place, and it could even cause earthquakes. And I see this triggering a tsunami of some kind, and I don't know why, but it could spread out to this region. But primarily I'm seeing Japan affected. You can see yourself the areas that I'm talking about. But this was done about 4 months ago. If I find the coordinates to this, and I may be able to look them up, maybe I have them stored on the computer, I don't know. But I'll share them. All right, guys, thank you all for listening. If you are new to my channel, hit the like button, share, subscribe, cut on the notification bell. Thank you all for your love and support, and I'll see you soon.